Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me in the practice today. My name is Daniela. If you are new here, if you have your mats, let's begin our practice today. Lying down in Shavasana. So without dropping, collapsing, lie down on your back and bring the hands, one hand at the belly, one hand at the heart, separating the feet as wide as your mat, dropping the feet heavy on the side, closing down your eyes and just taking a couple of breaths here with me before diving into our practice. So as we always do, we invite ourselves to the present moment, the only moment that matters. We invite ourselves to the practice, spending some time with ourselves. So do the same. Maybe you also want to visualize how do you want your day to look like? Or if you're doing this on a Monday, how would you like your week to look like? Knowing that intentions are very powerful. You are the creator of your life. So decide now for a stress-free day, maybe. A day filled with joy, happiness, laughter, and abundance. Feel free to let go of all the tension. That's something you don't want to carry with you. That's something you don't need. So just don't fight the body, don't fight the thoughts. Observe them, accept them, smile at them, invite the thoughts in, smile from inside out, and just speak. Final 3 breaths here. Two more. One last. Being completely at peace. Gently moving the head from side to side. One more round, left and right. And then coming back to center, bring the feet and legs together, arms above the head, give yourself a nice stretch. Arms to the back, pointing the toes forward. And then hug the knees into the chest. On your exhale, just rocking from side to side, maybe gently blinking your eyes open, slowly and gently coming back to your room. A few more rounds left and right here, massaging your lower back, relaxing your upper body. And then finding stillness. Bring the hands underneath your knees at your hamstrings and rock yourself forward straight into a Navasana, balancing on your sitting bones, removing any roundness from your upper body. Release the hands by the side. Extend the legs in front of you, not collapsing in the lower back. Shoulders away from the ears, holding here 5 breaths, reminding you that you can bend the knees. Hold your knees if you need, your legs with the hands. Support yourself in any comfortable way for you. As long as you're breathing, you're not tensing yourself, engaging abdominal muscles, smoothen the breath, soft jaws, shoulders away from the ears, and smiling. 2 more breaths. One last. Slowly stepping the feet down at the cross leg into a cross leg seated position. We're going to warm up the wrist a few times, so making the fist and just a few circles outside with the wrist and inside. Beautiful. When you are ready, inhale your arms up and bending into your right elbow. Help yourself with the left hand to bring the right palm between your shoulder blades. And stay here for a couple of breaths without collapsing or arching too much in your spinal. Keep a neutral spinal as much as it's available. Or if you feel like releasing the left hand at the back and just finding a bind here. And if this is not available to you, just use a belt. Just a breath here. Again, making sure you keep a neutral spinal as much as is available. And then we release, inhaling your arms up and down, changing the cross of the legs and doing once more the same thing with the left elbow, inhaling arms up, bending left elbow, Bring the left palm between the shoulder blades. Hold here without collapsing forward, rounding or arching into the spine too much. But if you feel like releasing your right hand at the back and coming for a bind, do so. Just a couple of breaths here as well on this side. Making sure you are always breathing. Never stop the breath. One more. Take your time. And then when you are ready, inhale your arms up and release. Bring the hands in front of you and walk yourself 2 hands and knees, moving straight into a plank position. So making sure you're spreading fingers on the mat, wrists are under your shoulders for now. Step the legs at the back and bring yourself to a plank. Inhaling yourself slightly forward, so at this point your shoulders are passing over your wrist, you're engaging abdominal, long neck. Keep the gaze in front of you towards the top of the mat. So you are keeping a long neck, you're not hurting your neck, you're not collapsing in the shoulders, you are breathing. 4 more breaths here. 3, 2 more. And last one. Now from your plank, lower yourself down onto your forearms, holding your forearm plank just for 2 more breaths, and bring your feet closer to each other if they were apart. You're still not collapsing in your hips. And now we're just going to move the heels from side to side a few times, making sure this is not hurting lower back. So when you're ready, feet together, twist your heels to the right, center and left, center and right, center and left, center, right, center to the left. One more round to the right, last one to the left. Coming back to center, lower yourself down, toes up, forearms parallel to each other. Take a Sfinx pose for 2 breaths. Your heart comes forward and up, not collapsing in the shoulders. Your elbows are under your shoulders now. One last breath there. And then when you're ready, exhale your forehead down. Walk the hands in line with your chest. Press yourself back on the inhale to a plank. And exhale to a first downward facing dog. Side it out. Bend the knees. Long neck, heavy head. Walk your dog or move the hips from side to side. Whatever works for you. Again, you might walk the heels, twist the heels from side to side, anything. Making sure you're breathing. You are relaxed. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog for a breath. And then when you're ready, inhale yourself back to a plank position, taking a vinyasa, exhaling chaturanga, and go all the way down on the belly. We're going to back bend today with the locust, so forehead down on the mat, interlock the fingers at the back, stretch your arms back towards the back towards your feet, legs, and on the inhale, everything lifts up simultaneously. Making sure you're not hurting lower back, heart forward and up, shoulders away from the ears. Feet are being pulled at the back, squeezing glutes at the top. Don't stop the breath. Exhale, lower down, hands back in line with the chest, press up to a plank, chaturanga. And this time, back bend of your choice. I'm going to do an upward facing dog. And again, I exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. You're going to step your knees down and bring them forward, preparing for another round of Navasana. So sit and balance on your sitting bones. Extend the legs in front of you. Release the hands. 5 breaths again. Engaging abdominals. Soften the facial muscles. 3, 2, last one. And then again, crossing the legs, hands in front of you, step back to a plank once again, and move through Vinyasa. Inhaling back bend of your choice, and downward facing dog. Exhale. Beautiful. Gazing towards the top of the mat. Step, hop, jump, or walk your feet in between the hands, big toes touching. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, chair, Uktanasana. Bring the arms up, bend the knees. Squeezing inner legs together, tailbone stays in. 3 breaths, maybe gazing up or in front of you. Cactus your arms if your shoulders are still not warmed enough. Just breathe. 2 more. 1 last. And then when you're ready, bring the hands at the heart in Namaste. On your next exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left elbow outside your right knee, scooping in, scooping in. Again, hands come back at the heart in Namaste. Roll your right shoulder to the sky, ceiling and left shoulder down and forward. Breathing, maybe trying to turn the gaze towards your right shoulder if it's available, if neck doesn't bother. 1 last breath there. And then slowly on your next inhale, come back to chair. Bring the arms up, forward and up. Give it a break. Exhale, fold. Back to chair on the inhale. Bend the knees, arms up. We're going to twist to the left. Before we do so, let's hold 2 more breaths here. Sitting low, maybe in your chair. 1 more. And then hands at the heart. Exhale, right elbow outside the left knee. Scooping in and bringing the hands back at the heart in Namaste. Turn the gaze to the left shoulder if it's available. Making sure your knees are still equally pressing against each other gently. Sometimes in a chair, one knee is sneaking out more than the other. Last breath there. And then slowly back to center on the inhale, chair. And exhale, give it a break, forward fold. Plant the hands down, step back to a plank or jump or hop. Take your Vinyasa. Inhaling, back bend of your choice. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And before moving on, step your knees down. Walk back on the mat, making sure you have plenty of room. And walk the hands forward, puppy pose, 3 breaths. Step your chin and chest down or forehead down. Keep the hips up. 2 more. 1 more. And then press yourself up on your next inhale. Adjust your table. Step back to plank once again, holding for 5 breaths. Making sure you spread the fingers, shoulder blades are going away from each other. Don't collapse in the hips. And smile if you can. 2 more. 1 last. And then lowering down onto the forearms again. Bring the feet together. Hold your plank for 3, forearm plank before twisting those heels side to side again. 1 last. And then when you're ready, let's start towards the left first. Heel twisting down, center and right, center and left, center and right. And again, at your own time, take as many rounds as you can. I'm still doing it. Left, center and right, center and left. 1 more to the right, and last one, center and left, center and right. Come back to center, press yourself up, plank and chaturanga. All the way down. Again, Locust, forehead down. Bring the hands at the back, change the interlock. Stretch your arms back. And on your next inhale, everything lift up. Making sure you are rolling shoulders away from the ears, heart forward and up. Feet are being pulled to the back, upper body to the front. So you feel like you're splitting yourself in half. That's how you protect your lower back. 1 last. And then slowly lower down. Release. Hands are coming back in line with the chest. Press up to a plank and exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Gazing at the top. Right foot steps in between. Warrior one. Bend the front knee. Heel to heel. Arms up. Inhale. Keep the hips in one line. 2 breaths only. One more. And when you're ready, you're going to pivot the back heel up, coming to a high lunge, keeping tailbone in, kicking through the back heel for another 2 breaths. One more. On your next exhale, sideways exhaling and right arm inside your right foot, side angle. Left shoulder remains up to the sky. Long neck before you tend to try to look up at your left hand. And maybe exhale the left arm all the way above your head, or coming for a half bind or a full bind. Maybe bringing left hand behind and right hand underneath your right hamstring, coming for that bind, opening the shoulders. But if you're collapsing forward, make sure you rather keep your right hand down on the mat. One breath, turn the gaze towards the left shoulder if it's available. And if you have the bind, release everything. Inhale, come back up to warrior two, and pivoting the back heel up, you're coming back to a high lunge. Kicking through the back heel. Let's power up a little bit this lunge. So you're going to lean forward, kicking through the back heel, keeping your upper body away from the lower back, and gazing down at your right toes for just 2 or 3 breaths here. Making sure you're not collapsing, pressing right toes, heel inside, outside of the foot on the ground. One more. And then when you're ready, exhale your hands down, frame the right foot. Bring your right foot slightly closer to the center of the mat, and inhale your left leg up, exhaling for a standing splits. Bringing the hands closer towards your right foot, left leg high in the sky, only as far as you can go, forehead to the right knee if it's available. Long neck, heavy head, don't fight the gravity. One last breath. Inhaling yourself halfway up, trying to square your hips and press yourself to a warrior three if it's available, with the hands at the heart in namaste. But you bring your hands anywhere you feel comfortable, maybe by the side, maybe forward. I'm comfortable to keep them at the heart in namaste. Stay for 2 breaths, planting right foot completely down, 4 corners of the foot in the ground. Stay. One last. Moving back to a standing split. Exhale, hands down, and lift the left leg higher once again. And moving back to a warrior three, soft bending the right knee, halfway up. Inhale, press yourself up. Ooh. Strong right foot. Keep the hips in one line as much as available. Shoulders relax. And one more breath. Exhale, hands down again. Stepping the left foot back and shooting the right leg to a three-legged dog, all the way back and up. Exhale. Press the hands equally down. Long neck, heavy head. And then when you are ready, exhale for a downward facing dog. Inhale forward for a plank, moving through a vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Moving on. Before doing the left side, same. Inhale forward to a plank, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and chaturanga. Inhaling once again, back bend of your choice, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Warrior one on the left side. When you're ready, step the left foot in between, back heel down, bend the front knees, inhale your arms up, hips are square, left toes, heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down. Looking up, forward, anywhere it's okay for you. Shoulders are not coming with you all the way up to the ears, so roll them back and down. Just one more breath here. And then when you're ready, if you're gazing up, gaze in front of you, pivot the back heel up. Coming into a high lunge for just 2 breaths again. Keeping tailbone in, shoulders away from the ears. Kick through the back heel, breathe. Side angle on your next exhale, step the right foot sideways and all the way left hand inside your left foot. Keep that right shoulder towards the sky, ceiling. Exhaling, right arm forward towards the mat, good enough. Or half bind, right hand behind the back, reach for the left inner thigh, or complete fold, bind left hand underneath your left hamstring. Again, any of this variation, it's okay. In all of them, make sure whatever you choose, you're not collapsing right shoulder forward. If that's the case, just go for a half bind or a side angle without any bind. One breath, gaze towards the right shoulder. And then when you're ready, gazing in front of you, press up to a warrior 2 first, and then back to a high lunge, pivoting the back heel up. Feet are hip apart or wider, so you're not going to lose your balance. Powering up the lunge. So on the exhale, slightly moving forward, still keeping the left knee bent, kicking through the back heel, shoulders are squared, hips are squared. Gaze down at the front of the mat. Just a breath or 2 here. One last. Exhaling, hands down. Bring the left foot slightly to the center of the mat and inhale yourself up, preparing for right leg up, preparing for a standing split. Exhaling, forehead towards the left knee. Walk the hands closer to the left foot. Lift the right leg high, high to the sky. Only one more breath here. And then slowly inhale halfway up, preparing for a warrior 3, soft bending left knee, pressing up. I'm always bubbling on the left side. Thank God I have the wall here. You use it too. If you need it, hands at the heart in Namaste or anywhere it's comfortable for you. Keep the hips square, soften the upper body, just a breath. One more maybe. And again, exhale, hands down, standing splits. Just a breath. Wonderful, lifting back up one more time to a warrior 3, soft bending left knee, press up. Beautiful, 2 breaths. One more. And for the last time, step the hands down and the back foot, right foot, step it back down, shooting the left leg all the way back and up to a 3-legged. Beautiful. Press the hands equally down, lengthen upper body. Your left toes can be flexed, pointed, anything you wish. And then when you're ready, exhale, downward facing dog, left foot down. Inhale, plank and hold for 5. 3, 2, one more, and then chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. Exhale. One more time, inhale, forward plank. Chaturanga, this time all the way down on the belly. Interlock the hands behind the back for one more locust, forehead down. And on your next inhale, everything lift up. 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and release. Hands in line with the chest, press up to a plank on the inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Knees down, prepare for one more round of Navasana, walking the knees forward, sit behind, sit and balance on your sitting bones, extending the legs for a boat pose, Navasana. 5 again. 4, 3, 2, one more, And release. Hands in front of you. Step back to a plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Step the right foot in between the hands. Bend the front knee. Arms up, inhale. Looking up for a breath. Gaze in front of you. Pivot the back heel up. High lunge. Just a breath. Exhaling, side angle. Left foot step sideways. Half bind, full bind. Or just side angle without any bind. One breath, look up. Gazing in front of you, lift up, warrior two. Pivot the back heel up, high lunge, come on up. Powering the lunge, lean forward just for a breath. Kicking through the back heel, keeping the front knee bent. Exhaling, hands down. Slide the right foot slightly to the center of the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, standing splits. Warrior three, come on up. Halfway up. Stop bending right knee. Press yourself up for a warrior three. I'm keeping my hands at the heart in namaste. Beautiful. Release the hands down. Step the left foot back. And shoot the right leg all the way back and up. Three-legged. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. And chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. And Adho Muka. Exhale. Warrior one. Left side. Step the left foot in between. Back heel down. Inhale your arms up. Pivot the back heel up. High lunge. Right foot step sideways on the exhale. Side angle of your choice. Half bind, full bind, no bind. One breath. Look at your right shoulder. Gaze in front of you. Press yourself up. Warrior two. Pivot the back heel up. Come back to a high lunge. Power your lunge, leaning forward just for a breath. And when you're ready, exhale, hands down, sliding left foot to the center. Inhaling, right leg up. Exhaling, standing splits. Warrior three, you're going to lift up. When you're ready, bring the hands at the heart. Press yourself up. Warrior three. Release the hands down. Right foot step back. And the left leg shoots all the way back and up. Three-legged. Downward facing dog, step down. Inhale, forward plank. And chaturanga. Back bend of your choice always. Downward facing dog. Great job. Exhale. Step your knees down on your next exhale. Keep the knees hip apart. Walk the hands towards you and lift up on your knees. Doing a camel pose before ending the class. So the reason we did all these planks is to strengthen our abdominal so we can protect our lower back. Remember, you want to bring the floor closer for your camel, Ustrasana. You can either tuck the toes in and use your heels as props or use two blocks for your hands. Support your lower back first. Always inhale, heart forward and up. Half of your upper body, inhale always away from the lower back. So you protect your lower back. Okay, support your lower back and let's go. Elbows in, lean back, lean back, lean back. And bring the hands one at a time at your heels if it's available, or just support your lower back, pressing hips forward and up. Don't drop the head back to choke yourself. Heart forward and up. Or maybe squeezing glutes at the top as well will help to support your lower back. Just 3 more breaths. 2. 1 last. And then hands release from your heels if they are there at your lower back. Support yourself and with control, inhale yourself. Come all the way up. Bring the knees together. Release the toes if they were in. Sit on your heels and take a child's pose with the knees together. Balasana. Drop the forehead down on the mat and hands alongside the body or in front of you again, whatever variation works for you. 5 breaths here again. 4. Have you thought about what kind of day you were envisioning for yourself today and How is your week gonna look like? Take 2 more breaths here, maybe starting to think about that if you lost it. How is going to be your morning, envision your afternoon. Just wish for beautiful things to happen for you. Always knowing and having this thought that any moment during your day there's something amazing on the way for you. Beautiful. Bring the hands in front of you if they were at the back and press yourself up on the inhale. Sit on your heels and inhale your arms up. Exhale, turn and twist to the right. Bring the left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you. Turn the chin and gaze towards your right shoulder, only as far as you can go. Breathing here again, making sure you're not collapsing on your lower back. One last breath here. Always use a prop for your right hand if you're feeling like you're leaning back too much, okay? Use a block here or a book, anything, and come back to center. On the exhale, inhale, arms up again. Exhale to the left, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Turn the chin and gaze towards the left, only as far as you can go. Soften always the breath. Soften yourself in every pose. Try to relax in the poses. When effort disappears, the benefit is always kicking in. One last breath here. Myself today, I'm going to bake some cookies after this class. Oatmeal and whole wheat mixed flour, chocolate chip. And then I'm gonna take a walk. Beautiful. One last breath here. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Just come, slide onto one side and come into a cross-legged seated position with the hands at the heart in Namaste. Closing your eyes, maybe just for 2 breaths with me here, in complete stillness, in complete thankfulness, being grateful. Feel yourself with happy thoughts, smiles, joy for your practice, for yourself, for practicing today, for the space you were practicing, for all the blessings you have in your life. Feel yourself with this kind of emotions that gives you joy, and be always grateful. We're going to end the class here. Before we do so, I want to thank you so much once again from the very, very bottom of my heart for being here and practicing, and thank to yourself for showing on the mat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be protected from any inner or outer harm. May all we find joy, happiness through our journeys. Thank you. I'll see you next class. Namaste.